The law enforcement response to the rioters at the Capitol yesterday is being criticized as a double standard.
The image here on the left shows guardsmen protecting the Lincoln Memorial back in June during a Black Lives Matter protest. Now on the right, pro-Trump protesters scaling walls before they broke into the U.S. Capitol.
CBS 2's Bauman live tonight in Times Square with more on the questions surrounding racial disparities in policing protests. Allie.
Maurice and Christine, the Capitol Police Chief has given his letter of resignation tonight as lawmakers call for an investigation into what went wrong. As rioters in red hats stormed the Capitol Wednesday, some officers were chased by the mob, while other Capitol Police appeared to usher people in and even posed for a selfie.
If had been a group of Black Lives Matter protesting yesterday, they wouldn't have been treated very, very differently.
It wasn't until hours after the breach that 1,100 D.C. National Guard troops were deployed and hundreds of federal law enforcement officers were sent to assist. Compare that to last June, when 5,000 guardsmen and 1,600 active duty troops were brought into the D.C. area in preparation of Black Lives Matter protests over the death of George Floyd.
There appeared to have been differential treatment, and that is one of the reasons why the insurrection escalated and was so successful.
Brooklyn Borough President and former NYPD Captain Eric Adams says the disparity sends a clear message.
It says to America, if you are white, you can do almost anything, include commit treason.
Thursday night, hundreds of New Yorkers gathered in Brooklyn, among them Justin Singh, who was also in D.C. last June when the National Guard blocked the Lincoln Memorial steps during a peaceful Black Lives Matter protest.
And then we get targeted as psychopaths and looters and thugs and rioters, but they literally loot the Capitol building and they get escorted out.
Former First Lady Michelle Obama posted to social media in part yesterday made it painfully clear that certain Americans are in fact allowed to denigrate the flag and symbols of our nation. They've just got to look the right way.
Throughout the summer, the Capitol Police, a department that was criticized for handling riots and all these protests in D.C., we have a category of what you can and cannot protest for.
Ed Mullins is president of the NYPD's Sergeants Union.
How can New Yorkers have confidence in the NYPD when the Sergeants Union president is making a moral equivalency between the Black Lives Matter protests and the rioters at the Capitol yesterday?
That's not true. I'm not making a moral equivalency. Taking over the nation's capital is improper. It's not orderly, as is the same protest we witnessed with Black Lives Matter.
At least 60 officers were injured at the Capitol. And here in New York, some lawmakers are demanding that those who broke in be found and charged with felonies. We're live in Times Square. Bauman, CBS 2 News.
Allie, thank you.